What's good? We back. It's about Lincoln Moore. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And this is a breakdown and prediction video I chose to do ahead of time on Sunday. It's Victor Vicious Ortiz versus Devon Alexander the Great. It's going down Saturday, February 17th this weekend. If you don't know, now you know. It's on the preliminary cards to the Showtime card of Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios being the main event. This card also features Caleb Plant and Porky Medina. You probably know Porky Medina for knocking out Jalen Love and having him twitching on the canvas. And also David Benavidez hitting him with a 30-punch combination and stopping him last year. But it's on regular Fox, so that's a power move for PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. And you can look out for the other three prediction videos going down. I'm doing this tomorrow, which is Eubanks Jr., Groves, Benavidez, Garville, the rematch, and also Rios and Danny Garcia. But speaking on this fight, both guys, that was seen that's past their prime and had their better days for totally two different circumstances. Obviously, Victor Ortiz had an epic meltdown versus Floyd Mayweather Jr., and then pretty much after that, he just wasn't the same versus Josito Lopez. Knocked his mug off. Luis Collazo knocked his mug off. Berto knocked his mug off at the California StubHub Center in Carson, California. Devon Alexander, we remember him moving up to 147 and beating Marcos Maidana, but we did know he developed an opiate tramadol addiction, due to a broken nose or blows clot in his nose, blood clot in his nose versus Maidana. And ever since then, he had addiction to the opiate tramadol, and he was never the same. And he finally came clean after his last fight with Aaron Martinez. He came clean, and Kevin Cunningham's trainer sent him home. Then he finally came clean. What happened with him, and they got him his help. And after a 24-month layoff last year, he came back and looked pretty good versus Walter Castillo. Victor Ortiz came off a win as well. And a lot of people think Victor Ortiz can win. We pretty much know these guys, so I'm not going to get into the traditional breakdown prediction, but I still think that Ortiz got good balance. He got the high guard. He still looks strong. He still look in shape. He still seemed to punch pretty good. It don't seem like Angulo versus Canelo, when you see Angulo, he didn't have no power on his shots after taking that big, tough hematose on his face from Erislandy Lara. It seemed like he lost his prime in that fight. Also a tough fight with James Kirkland. So, he's still punching crisp. He still, got the snap on his punches in Victor Ortiz. It's just, mentally, does he have it mentally? Ever since he fought Maidana, it's always been a question when he chose to quit. But he's mentally been melting down. His chin, he just can't take him on the chin. I think his punch threshold is gone, but physically, he ain't that old. He's still balanced. He still move well. He might not be as vicious as he once was with his attack and his pressure. Versus Berto, I see him landing on the ropes and stuff of that nature. His last fight, he went to go get him, even though it was a higher tier fighter than Berto versus lower tier fighter versus his last fight. He still looked like he got the physical ability, just he ain't got the jaw, and mentally, he can quit. And Alexander looked amazing versus Walter Castillo. He got the drop. He dropped him. His combination punches were good. His jab was good. He's bringing his hands back home. He looked quick, strong, and he went 12 after a 2-year layoff. So he looked pretty good, strong, powerful. And what's gonna have to go down in this fight, and where the weaknesses is for both of these guys to get into it is Ortiz. Like I said, mentally in the heart and the chin. I just don't think he got the threshold to take punishment no more mentally and neurologically. Excuse me. I just think he shot in the head, not even in the body. His body looked good. He moving good. In the head, he just shot, and I mean mentally and physically in the head. He just can't take punches on the chin no more. And Devon. Question is for Devon is, can he continue to, get to form? Can he overcome the opiate addiction? Because anytime you have a substance abuse addiction, even if it's cocaine, manufactured drugs or it's performance enhancing drugs, it takes something away from you. Even though you're not using it no more, it takes from you. It takes from your youth. It takes from your energy. It takes something away from your body that you can't get back. But Devon looked good coming back, and the question for Devon is, can he keep that rhythm going? Can he step up, name-wise in competition on a bigger stage, and is he ready to fight in front of her on a bigger stage on Fox where everybody can see him and announcing to the world he ready to be a top 10 contender again, because he got top 10 talent. And we know, he's training out in West Palm Beach, Florida. He moved away from St. Louis with Kevin Cunningham, So, obviously, the keys to victory for this one is Ortiz is basically, for me, got to be able to pressure, man. I don't need to see Ortiz moving back or going on the ropes. I need Ortiz coming forward, shooting a good right jab. He is southpaw, stepping over, ripping shots to Devon Alexander. At the end of the day, he had a comeback fight, but he was out for 2 years. You want to see if he really could take some hard punishment to the body, and I still think Victor Ortiz got talent in those hands to create some havoc, period, but especially in the body. I need him to smother Devon, keep him close. Don't let Devon get you at the end of his punches and test the chin, tuck the chin, use those angles, step over, be aggressive, rip the body, and then bring those shots upstairs with an uppercut and perhaps a right hook, left hand combination down the pipe. And I like that for Ortiz. And people wondering if he get inside, why do I want him to get inside? It's to protect the chin and able to duck and use angles and move his head a little bit when you come inside behind the jab and stay there and smother Devon. Zap his energy to the body where his punches can't hurt you that bad, and then work from there and then try to get him up out of there. And for Devon, it's basically to keep the fight on the outside. He is southpaw, so they mirroring each other. He like to check off the right hook. He like to shoot the jab. 1-2 combination. You could do right hook, left hand straight down the combination. I don't really think Devon needs to go to the body, knowing how inferior Victor Ortiz's chin is at this point in his career. I'd like to see him shoot that jab and do what he did versus Walter Castillo. This is basically the same type of guy that he's fighting. And Ortiz, a guy that can punch some. That's kind of, Ortiz could be a little bit more aggressive, but of late, before the last fight, he wasn't. But he's a tough guy. But, just check Ortiz's chin. Ortiz, if he's going to come out with the game plan, I say he's going to have to get inside and try to be aggressive. He can't box with Devon on the outside, so it's going to be opportunities for Devon to catch him. And, he caught Ryan Urango back in the day with a vicious uppercut and knocked him out. I think that might be the punch that can do it for Alexander versus Victor Ortiz. But, a lot of combination, hand speed, right jab to the face, right hand down the middle, mixing the right hook, left hand combination. I think Devon Alexander will be okay. Ultimately, we coming to the end of this. I believe Devon Alexander is going to get the 6-round stoppage. I say, I'm putting some respect on Ortiz's name. 8th round stoppage. I see Devon Alexander getting him out there and then, with a good uppercut or a good straight left hand down the pipe. And I see Devon Alexander going on to bigger and better things. And I think he will announce to the world that he's truly back on regular Fox this Saturday. Look out for the rest of the prediction videos Monday.